When our members put on this badge, our communities should not expect any service or treatment different because you're 2 days on or 20 years on. We expect you to serve in a manner that is providing our communities with respect, dignity, giving them voice, and having neutral engagements. We will have a police department that our communities view as legitimate, trusting, and working with their best interests at heart. Now, today I will highlight just a few of these key areas in my plan. I am immediately withdrawing from the contract negotiations with the Minneapolis Police Federation. I plan to bring in subject matter experience and advisors to conduct a thorough review of how the contract can be restructured to provide greater community transparency and more flexibility for true reform. This is further examining those significant matters that touch on such things as critical incident protocol, our use of force, the significant role that supervisors play in this department, and also the discipline process to include both grievances and arbitration. There is nothing more debilitating to a chief from an employment matter perspective that when you have grounds to terminate an officer for misconduct and you're dealing with a third-party mechanism that allows for that employee to not only be back on your department, but to be patrolling in your communities. A second key measure of my plan of reform is to integrate new systems that use research on police behavior to connect officer performance data so department leaders can identify early warning signs of misconduct and provide proven strategies to intervene. Now, why hasn't reform in this area worked in the past? The academic experts who've studied this have revealed that supervisory action alone to remove problematic officers is very rare and significantly absent in larger departments. So for the first time in the history of policing, we here in Minneapolis will have an opportunity to use real-time data and automation to intervene with officers who are engaged in problematic behavior. I'm also very excited about the generous funding and research assistance by our own Minneapolis Foundation. Race is inextricably a part of the American policing system. We will never evolve in this profession if we do not address it head on. Communities of color have paid the heaviest of costs, and that is with their lives. And our children must be safeguarded from ever having to contribute to the horrific and shameful chapter of this country's history. My plan will focus on imperative and respected community collaboration with an emphasis on the science of justice. Since I joined the ranks of this department, I've dedicated my service to not only helping, but healing. I will continue to do that. Now, I also recognize that parts of this department were broken, and I brought attention to that several years ago. But I did not abandon this department then, and I will not abandon this department now. History is being written now, and I'm determined to make sure that we are on the right side of history.